Hi, and good morning, and welcome to Tottenham Tantrum Gold, your home of your classic games, content, and debate. This morning, we're back with the morning show with Bennett's Coffee Shop, and I'm still stuck about yesterday. What a bad performance, but we'll get into that in a minute anyway. Joining me this morning is my usual two co-hosts. It's Ben down the bottom. How are you this morning, Ben?
Dejected. Or before we get going, I'm going to make a, what's it called, to my friend Mr. K. Leave you out.
And my usual co-host, morning, noon, and night. He really is. He really is the man that makes this channel work. It's my mate. It's your mate, Cooper. How are you this morning, Cooper?
Physically, I'm all right, but another Spurs result that we're expecting, isn't it? Nothing changes.
Nope. And I would love to dedicate this show to Mr. K for his fine words last night. And what them again, Ben?
Leave you out.
I tell you one thing, that was the best 10 minutes of YouTube I've ever saw in my life. It was so funny. Honest to God, I really was in absolute stitches. And also, a big up to Bob Spur, who we're hearing he was texting into shows yesterday. Big up Bob Spur if you are watching. We can't wait to see you back on YouTube again, and we're glad that you're winning your fight against COVID and you're on the mend now. So as far as I know, I haven't heard Brian do an update. I don't know if you two have you?
I know Brian's seeing him this afternoon, which is why he's not going to the protest today. He's going to see Bob Spur at the hospital.
Yeah. Well, if you are watching, Bob, keep up the good fight, and we'll see you very soon. And
No doubt, no doubt.
no doubt.
Right. If you didn't catch anything with Bob and Mr. K's performance yesterday, go and have a look at last night's show on Tottenham on Tour. It's well worth a watch. Two Brians, Adam and Danny, doing that show proud anyway. But Mr. Case was a special little phone in. Really was funny.
Everyone tried their everyone tried their best, but they couldn't make Mr. Case leave me out.
Leave you out.
It's just the way he said it was leave me out.
End of every sentence.
Yeah.
Leave me out.
Maybe that's what you should do from now on, just to remind people when Sean comes on.
Tottenham shows do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leave you out.
Leave me out.
Yeah, when Sean comes on, we show him a picture of Levy. Leave me out.
Leave me out. If you say leave me out, leave me out.
Yeah, or leave me in, as Sean would say. You know, you have to balance it for sure. Bless him.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Just tell him he's wrong.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I was watching American football last night, right? I was watching Tom Brady is apparently the greatest of all time. And he lost. So the team he played for are out of the Super Bowl. Do you know who won the last game, Ben? Just quickly.
The two teams that won, was it?
Between the Bulls and the Chiefs.
The Bills lost to the Chiefs. The Chiefs, the last 2 minutes of the game, the Chiefs played an absolute blinder, and they won the game in the last 2 minutes. Yeah. They played a blinder, which is a shame for all my friends that support the Buffalo Bills. But
there's only one thing you can say about that.
As my friend from Texas says, well, he's not from Texas. He's actually from I can't remember where he's from now. He's from Missouri. He says, "What does Bills stand for? Boy, I love losing Super Bowls."
There's only one thing to say to that, isn't there? What? You know what it is? Leave me out.
Leave me out. The Buffalo Bills went to 4 Super Bowls in a row and lost all 4 in a row. So the Buffalo Bills are the Tottenham Hotspur of the NFL.
There's one thing I don't understand about American sports, right? They never play in the rain.
No, they don't.
Motor racing, American football, if it rains, we'll come back tomorrow and play it. It's weird. What a weird fucking country.
Yet I swear I've seen them playing American football in the snow.
I've seen it in the snow, but I've never seen it in the rain.
They play it in the snow. They don't do any motor race. If it rains in America for a motor race, they'll come back the next day.
It's because American racetracks are much slipperier. than UK racetrack or European racetracks because they're on a bank as well. If you're driving at 200 mile an hour around the bank and it's wet, that's a recipe for dying.
Yeah, well,
because just the way the cars work. Because the cars in NASCAR and IndyCar are nowhere near as aerodynamic.
Well, there's a sport NASCAR now. That is one. They fight in the cars, out the cars, everywhere. It's a brilliant sport, NASCAR racing. Right, should we get back to talking about our so-called club Tottenham Hotspur, who won't spend any money?
Let's do a quick hello to everybody.
Wait. Oh, leave you out.
Leave you out.
Leave you out. Right, after every comment, we have to do that, Ben. Go on, then. Philip Brady here. Go.
Enough doom and gloom about yesterday. We're still only 2 points off top four with games in hand. Levy, unzip the wallet now. Couldn't agree more. Levy out.
Levy out.
Sushant Basal. Good morning, everyone. Love you. We need to spend. Else we're gone. Gone up to 9th, maybe. Let's say 9th. Okay. And still, Conte look frustrated at the moment. Yeah, he does. He does a bit.
Yeah.
He doesn't like losing. That's for sure.
No.
Levy out. Oh, there's me saying, damn right, Philip. We need fresh blood ASP. Levy out.
Yeah. Levy out.
Derek Hutchinson. Good morning, gents. Levy out.
Levy out.
Mark Cousins said, good morning, lads. Have we signed anyone yet? Plus, sick of Chelsea now, and at least it's next season until they beat us again. Well, are we going to turn it around next season? Don't know. Leave you out.
Don't know. But there is one. Right, we've got our first message from Twitch this morning, which is very rare.
Let's have that one then.
Yeah.
By followers, Prime.
Yeah, it's a spam bot.
Brilliant.
All right.
It's a spam bot.
That's
well. And I can't get rid of it either. I can't ban them because they did it from.
Oops, I'm sorry. Can you?
There's Levy ringing. There's Phil ringing them. Levy or Phil ringing Coover.
Levy out.
Levy out.
Good morning. The way he said it is just so brilliant. Yeah. Morning, Adam.
They're only 80. I think 80 away for 3,000. So please, everyone get over it and subscribe to Tottenham and Talk. Great show last night, Adam. Morning, and use some famous words again, Ben.
Leave me out.
Yeah. Where's the picture?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Leave me out. I need a telly like Mr. K. It's just here.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't got one, Ben.
I've got a telly, but it's got my fireplace on, and I'd rather have that on than that ugly mud.
Derek Hodgson says,
bollocks to Levy.
Yeah. Do you know what, Ben? You've lasted all the 13 minutes.
Bollocks isn't a swear word, mate.
Rollocks. I used to say, my father used to say to me, rollocks.
It's not a swear word. It's a type of pickle.
Yeah, it's also something else, Ben. Anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Rollocks to Levy out. Love the background of Ben's coffee shop. Yeah, it's brilliant. You been busy, Ben?
I've had a couple this morning, but I'm going to have to do. It's going to be busy trying these two out this afternoon, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah. That's good. Carl Simpson, morning, chaps. Hope you're all well. Morning, Carl. After every sentence, you should say the famous words. Well, leave me up. IndyCar or NASCAR?
No, he's saying IndyCar is better than NASCAR. Which,
it is actually in a way. But I just like NASCAR because NASCAR is just more crashes, isn't it?
Formula One is better than both of them.
When they don't fix the races, that's technical. Yeah, just very quickly on that. Do you think Lewis Hamilton will retire?
No. He'll go above Schumacher and then he'll retire.
Yeah. Ian Shaggy 1712. Ian, good morning. Ian, it said if Levy's out, who's in? Who is in?
I would prefer the Guggenheim and the LA Dodgers. They've won they've dominated the the Major League Baseball scene for the last 10 years. So if they can do it there, they can do it here.
You need to get on with that then.
Yeah.
Get them coming then. Yeah, good man. Also said this protest on Monday does not have a good look about it to me.
You're right to your opinion, Ian. You're right to your opinion, but unless they start spending money, this team is just... We're not going to finish in the top 4. It's just going to be a detriment to the team. They've got to light a fire under the authorities.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, if we don't sign anyone, I mean, leave it. Conte will go. I mean, if Conte goes, then... I mean, I said it last night. Our club died in 1991 when Sugar bought Enoch and Levy in. I mean, as much as good Sugar did save in our club, he did an awful lot bad by bringing them bastards in. So, do you know what I mean? It's... I don't know. It's like I said last night, he couldn't run a brothel. If he put him in to run in a brothel, he would get all the girls in, he would go everything right, but he wouldn't spend money on the house, if you know what I mean. He just wouldn't get any of the equipment, any of nothing. He'd just leave it there. So, I believe he has to go. Adam saying, thanks, Dermot. You're very welcome, Adam. Go on, do you want to read some of these out?
Okay, it's okay, gents. 5 out this week and 8 in. Oh, wait, that was my Football Manager game. Levy opened the wallet and back counter before we lose the best manager we ever had. Well, he's not the best manager we've ever had. That will still be Bill Nick, but he's the best manager since Bill Nick, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say he's the best manager since Bill Nick and Keith Birkinshaw, to be honest with you. I will agree with that, Ben. Absolutely. Yeah, go on. If I click them, you read them there.
Good morning, Dermot. Ben. Morning, Moondog.
Morning. Cooper will be rejoining us shortly.
4 games, Chelsea 8, Tottenham 0. Yep. It's disgraceful. It's an utter joke. Not even scoring against them.
Derek, I'd love to know, what would you do different? What would you have done different? I'd love to know what your thoughts on that. We've got Ian here. It's the timing of it.
Perfect timing. They're not spending money.
It is.
They're too slow. Again, too slow. Well too slow. Yeah. They've got to get players in and bed them in early. Like, we should have Adama Traore now and have it these 2 weeks in the squad. He should be here now, so we can have these 2 weeks to get in the fitness regime that Conte is doing. We're going to get him, and by the time he's only going to have 3 days under this new regime, and he's going to be absolutely exhausted. You get your players in early. You get your stuff in early and sell them. You do your business early. It's rule number 1 of business. You don't do business late. It's stupid.
It really is stupid. It really, really is stupid. I agree with you, Ben. We've got Ian here as well. You read that one out,
We'll probably be busy this week and on Monday. It has a look of self-entitlement. No, it doesn't. If we don't back the manager now, he will leave.
Yeah.
And it's not like self-entitlement. It's 21 years of false promises, 21 years of saying he'll back the managers in the transfer market and then throwing them under the bus. It's 21 years of allowing players to have control over the club like Dele and Tongi. Just let the manager do his work.
That's it. And then he also says, apart from Conte's walks, it's a very different game. Well, yeah, that's true. Big up, though, here. We've got Carl Simpson here. Good morning, Carl.
Yeah, if we tell you what will happen, if Levy doesn't back Conte, if he leaves, the club are done. Yep. No one will stay and no one will take over. Yep.
No. It's a very, very... We're sort of on the cliffs, if you know what I mean. We're on the edge of a cliff. We're either going to fall over that cliff or stay back from it. If we sign people, we've stayed back from it. If we don't sign anyone, then we're over that cliff, and then it's in the lap of the god what happens. It's disgraceful, though.
30 days of foreplay, 1 day of action. No, it's not. The transfer window is like that. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Only with Tottenham, it's like that. Barcelona wanted Ferran Torres. They got the deal done before January, and day 1 of January, players in. Aston Villa needed a new left back. They needed a new attacking midfielder. 2 days, they got Coutinho and they got Luca Digne. Done. Yeah. What they needed for their team, and they got it done.
Yeah,
the reason teams aren't going for players is because they might not need to strengthen their team. We need to strengthen the team. Everton, when they sold their couple of fullbacks, they needed new fullbacks. They got new fullbacks in. It's only Tottenham that takes 21 days to make a bid for someone. It's only Tottenham. Every other club that needs players gets it done early. It's only Tottenham that does it, and it's sickening.
Mm-hmm.
It's just keeping us all in limbo, in no man's land.
It is. Moondog, that game last night was embarrassing. We can't even get a player from Wolves. How are we even hoping that we'll get better players? We haven't managed it. Yeah, I agree, Moondog. I absolutely agree. That's spot on. I couldn't make the case better myself. Absolutely spot on. Mark Cousins said, go and read that one.
Adama, 20 mil should have been done by now, but no haggling over it. Yep. But they asked for 20 million and we offered 15. And then 18. 20 million is actually a fair price for Traore, even though he's not a footballer. It's a fair price for him. It's fair. They wanted 40 in the summer.
Yeah. Cooper's just got off the phone from Levy, asking how his brothels are going. Is he making any money off them, or is he sold them already?
Levy always makes money. He's fine. He's fine. Levy out.
Levy. What would you say to Mark Cousins' comment here?
To be honest, I don't even want him. But I mean, at least it's a fresh face, isn't it? And we need to do. Yeah. We need to do something. Get fresh blood into the club. And
we really could have done with Traore yesterday.
Something different. Something more than
we needed his pace. We needed someone to get the ball and run at them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just.
But Bergwijn, he worked his socks off running all match long, but there's so little support he can do, and he doesn't have that physical strength that someone like Traore has. But needed that unknown quantity that Traore brings, I suppose. Because I think he's a terrible footballer, but he's an explosively terrible footballer.
But he occupies 4 or 5 players with his sheer battle.
Perhaps that would be the trick. Keep Bergwijn to just stay up close to him, and then pick up the loose ball at the end of it.
That's true. I don't know. I don't know what's happening with our club.
But as for the haggling, typical Levy. Probably end up not getting him because of it.
Wants to turn it into a loan move, I heard. Or was it you that said that to me, or somebody said it yesterday?
Someone said it.
Into a loan move.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who said it, really. It's the sort of thing you kind of expect nowadays, isn't it?
It is. Celery Agent here with a big thumbs up.
Morning, mate.
Thank you, Celery. Go on, Coop, do you want to read that one?
Yeah, Derek Hutchinson. I would only keep Kane, Lloris, bin the rest of yesterday's squad. I think Dyer played well yesterday. He was our only defender, basically. Little bit sloppy, maybe giving away the free kick that led to led to one of their goals. But otherwise, he looked like a proper defender when the rest didn't. Sanchez plays a lot better when Dyer's in the team. That shows Dyer's work.
I mean, I don't know why we changed the system. 3-5-2's been working for us. Dyer, Sanchez, Davis has worked as a back three for us.
Yeah.
I don't understand the change. Maybe I think we tried to overthink them.
Well, I think it was to do with trying to double up on the flanks, getting the fullbacks in as well.
We still didn't double up on the flanks.
Exactly. You look at the right flank in particular, Tanganga and Doherty. They'll just waltz in through there unchecked anyway. There was literally 2 of them supposed to be marking one player, and neither of them managed it at times.
I've made my thoughts clear on Tanganga. Tanganga is useless. I think he's not good enough for the club, and the only reason he's there is because he's a homegrown player. It's the only reason he's there. He's got no footballing ability. He's got no brain. He's just a hunk of meat. He always gets stupid yellow cards. He always makes it easy for the ref to book him. He's not good enough. He's not good enough on his feet. He had 1 good game against Man City and 1 good game against Liverpool, and that was it. He's played 5 terrible games in a row. He's got to go. He's just got to go.
As much as I don't like criticising the homegrown players and the youngsters, you've got to say what's ahead of you. And I agree, Ben. He's just not up to it. Terrible on the ball for a start. I mean, even if things are going well defensively, he's got nothing to offer going forward. What do you do with that kind of player? Doesn't fit the Conte system as far as I'm concerned.
No. Right, I just put that up because there is a comment coming up about Bob Sprout, and I just wonder if he is watching. We're all thinking of you, Bob.
Well on the men by the sounds of it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, brilliant. Will be great to see him back up there, but I think that could be a while. Yeah. Take it easy, mate.
Levy out.
Yeah.
Levy out. Butler in. Would much change? Would Butler, would Sean be another Levy and wouldn't spend, or would he spend?
Well, at least Sean knows you've got to refresh the team.
We'd get some press announcements from Sean, wouldn't we?
Yeah, and he'd laugh would be funny.
That's right.
John calls sober. We will get something from Sean. I will give him that. Bless him.
That'll be good. Late night press announcements.
Yeah. Like, we will spend money. Hang on, I'm going.
He's not a pirate.
You need to have some great anecdotes from Sean. You can't run with the foxes and hunt with the hounds. He'd just say that every day. Yeah. That'd be his catchphrase.
I have to say he's trying to be very diplomatic, but I think Sean, be true to your values, man. Be true to your values. You leave you in, admit it, and stick to it. But we love you.
I just think he's on the Levy-in spectrum, but I think that's coming very slowly.
It is, yeah.
Very slowly. His tune is changing. It's like when Anakin became a Sith Lord. It's changing very slowly.
He's definitely not a fanatical Levy-in. He's a sort of Levy-in until things go a little bit worse.
Yeah. He's got the big fight with Brian Daigle on February the 1st.
Get your popcorn in.
Yeah, get your popcorn in ready. By the end of the night, one of them will change their views.
Well, no,
they won't be Brian. No, they definitely won't.
I really hope Brian invests in a telly like Mr. K.
Yeah. Oh, God. I still can't. I watched that last night. He's going to talk about tactics. And went, no, I'm not. Leave me out. Honestly, God.
Moondog saying, why did we play Tanganga last night? I'm sorry, but he's not a Premiership
player. He's not.
I agree. He's just not.
Would it be a reason? Sorry, I'm just checking some breaking news. No, it's okay. We haven't signed anyone. I think Tatanga had one good game. That was against Liverpool in his debut, and he's been playing off that game ever since.
Yeah,
Man City. Spencer said Man City started this season as well. He played quite well.
Maybe like Garden Gnomes. You know, maybe he had to think for Garden Gnomes. That's why he played well.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought he was a Garden Gnome himself.
He probably is.
Probably is.
Adam, morning, mate. Good to see you again. That formation change backfired massively. I don't actually agree with that.
No, what backfired was the referee. The referee took the game out of our hands.
And the fact that we simply do not have players of the ability to match up with Chelsea one against one. I could see I see what he was trying to do, and that was sort of solidify the flanks, because Chelsea were getting so much space in before coming down each of the flanks. But I mean, even on the right with Tanganga and Doherty, at times one Chelsea player was too much for the both of them. We're just not good enough. The players are lacking. I mean, at the end of the day, I always think you look at it, both managers are world class. Then you've got Chelsea with home advantage and a far better squad. Who's going to win that? Tactics aren't going to matter at the end of the day very much. They're just ahead of us. Man for man, they're just ahead of us. We've got a couple of great players, and we've got a lot of bang average. And we've got some that I think are below bang average. I think some of them are actually quite poor. That's the difference. And they got Champions League winning squad.
Yeah. If you could place this squad, Kauffie, in any decade that you and me remember, right, that we've seen through, where would you place this squad in? I mean, if you could say this squad is like the 70s squad that went down, or just like the sugar squad. Yeah.
I think that those previous squads had more fight, including the relegation team. The relegation side was a little bit unlucky. It was one of those very close seasons where quite a few teams could have gone down. But they had grit and they had fight even then. There was still the likes of Perryman and Hoddle there. There was there was just more. There was more character. Just a bit shambolic in certain positions. But I mean, if you compare that squad to now, we've spent an awful lot of money on not very much. We filled out this 22-man squad with so much average players instead of working on getting a great first 11 and then fill out with. Then you gradually add a few to fill out with, but rely on your youth if you need to. If you've got players missing, throw in the youngsters for a little bit. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It's better than having 22 players where only about 4 of them are worth keeping. But there we go.
I agree.
And Levy out.
I agree with you, Phil. I agree with. Sorry, I called you Phil. I don't know why I called you Phil, but I agree with you too.
I've got that Hollywood look, haven't I?
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you look a bit like Robert De Niro.
If they're remaking the Elephant Man or something, maybe.
No, I wouldn't say. A bit like a Ray Winston about you.
No, not really.
Thank you
Anyway,
very much. Yeah.
Right. What have we got now?
We've got another one.
Carl Simpson.
Yeah.
Definitely Shaggy. Love seeing Bob commenting. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Actually, yeah, we'll have one, please, Phil. Yeah. Thanks, Phil. Thank you.
Is Hollywood Phil there? He's just turned up in your house.
How many Phils are there?
Huh?
The world's filled with Phils.
Yeah, there is loads of them. Yeah, leave me out. You need to put the picture up, Ben. Every time you say you need to put the picture up.
My phone keeps unlocking. Oh, where is it?
Derek Hutchinson saying we need to complete a rebuild to get to Chelsea's level.
Yeah.
We're never going to get there.
We're never going to get
a rebuild. Is eternal with Levy. Rebuild's been happening for 21 years and counting.
It's the longest rebuild going. Levy out.
Philip Brady. Sorry, gents. Missed the start. How are we today?
Dejected.
Same old.
Yeah.
I kind of don't even care at the moment. I'll just wait for the transfer window to see what happens there. Everything is based around that at the moment.
It is started, you know.
Yeah, well, has it? That's for other clubs.
Yeah, it has, yeah, apparently. It just hasn't started.
Somebody needs to tell Levy.
Yeah.
Levy out.
Levy out. I'm looking forward to the 13th to the Wolves game. I'm looking forward to that now. My first visit to the new stadium, and I will be.
That's going to be a lot more tricky than it could be. They're playing well at the moment, Wolves.
Yeah. I'll have to blog that day. I will blog everything from the flight to the. Because I'm not really. I'm sort of scared of flying.
So you're flying now? I thought you were getting in the boat.
No. It was cheap. It was cheaper to get actually a plane, and I'm scared of flying. So that should be fun.
Oh, just be there with David. Be there with David. Let him tell some jokes.
We're flying into different airports. I'm flying into Heathrow. He's flying into Stansted because Aer Lingus won't go to Stansted for some reason.
John would be fine on the flight, but to get a very
Aer Lingus don't go to Aer Lingus don't. Ryanair only flies to Stansted. Those are the only. Yeah, Aer Lingus goes to Heathrow.
I think the scariest thing for Dermot is the age of the aircraft. It's a very old-fashioned plane he's got. Still has outside toilets.
Yeah,
and big propellers and everything, you know. So it's made by the cavemen of 1901. Oh Jesus! Yeah. If I don't make it, this channel's yours.
Didn't we win a trophy in 1901?
Yeah, we did. We won the FA Cup.
I see, not a bad year.
Not a bad year. It was a good year.
I will blog my last minutes as the plane goes crashing down. I will blog it and post it onto the channel.
That'll be epic. Right, Mark Cousin saying Sean is his son, so why wouldn't they be? It wouldn't be any different.
I think we've got to be a bit fair to Sean.
True.
We've got to be a bit fairer to him.
We have.
To be fair, Sean does put a good point across, but he does put a point across.
Absolutely. Moondog saying, "I love my club and Conte, but if it wasn't if I was him, I would go. Levy is poison. Levy out."
Levy out.
You got to cue me.
Adam saying Mr. K was absolutely class last night.
He was. Absolutely.
We dedicated this show to him, which is why I've got the phone. Leave it out.
Leave it out.
That's it.
Leave it out.
Ian saying he was playing for a 0-0, I think. Yeah, it looked like he was trying to just...
We weren't playing for a 0-0, though, because we scored a perfectly good goal. It was taken away by the bent referees.
Yeah, it looked like trying to shore up at the back and then just trying to... The old Harry Kane and Son link up, but Bergwijn taking Son's place,
worked,
of course.
But the referees are shocking.
What was your thought on the referee yesterday, Goof?
Well, I'd give him his white cane back. I mean, there's so many things that were going wrong, wasn't there? For a start, how was Doherty on the field? Because that was a shocking tackle. He didn't even get...
He was looking at the ball, though. He was looking at the ball.
Oh, come on. If anybody that's played can see that wasn't going for the ball, that was so far away.
But it was on a Chelsea player, so it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I have been his biggest defender at times, and Goover knows I have. But even I said yesterday he needed to go for that.
It was a bit naughty. It was naughty.
Yeah.
But as you said, Ben, it was on a Chelsea player, so okay.
It was showing what happens if any Chelsea team comes to the south side of Dublin, what happened to him, or the north side. We showed them. Right. We've got one here from Carl Simpson.
Like Ian said, we will do business this week as Paratici is working on getting rid of Tanguy and Dele and Lo Celso and a couple more apparently, so we need to replace them. Yeah, working on getting rid of them is one thing. Actually getting them out the door is another. We've been stuck with this sort of crap for a long time.
Yeah. Quick thoughts on Dele Alli's TikTok. What if he's doing when the team are losing?
Pathetic.
I'll just pay I've got absolutely no interest in anything he does as far as I'm concerned. He's not a Spurs player. He's just somebody loitering. So...
It's a lack of respect for your teammates, the club, and the fans. They should be, after what he's doing, not a single person should defend him. You cannot go on TikTok during a derby match. At least the Celso said good luck to the team before the game. It's a crap football player and shouldn't be in this team, but at least he said good luck to his teammates. Whereas Dele's like he's being a child. It's all me. Look how nice I am. Look how much of a twat I am. No.
Well, I did watch it a little bit last night, and apparently he become an otter and a duck, I think, at one point. So he has deleted it. So I think Conte got on to take that post down.
Well, no, he should get the Tongi treatment. He should be forced to train alone. That is unacceptable. During a game, you should not be doing that. Just respect to your teammates.
Could you? No, sorry, Kovac, go on.
I was going to say, like I said, I just don't even treat him as being a Spurs player. It's just a piece of furniture somebody needs to come and pick up. Now he's not wanted. Get the local council to take him away to skip.
Get the red bags out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Can't even recycle that.
I sold him on my FIFA 2022 game, and he went to Arsenal. That's where he ended up going. So that's one way to even hate him more.
Here we go. Moondog, perfect.
Sorry.
Saying with our transfers, the saying comes to mind: buy cheap, buy twice. Exactly that. That's why we've got a squad like we do.
Yeah.
Leave out.
Ian
saying, guys, don't you see the contradiction? We haven't spent enough money, but we have spent money, as Kuba just said. It's the quality of that spending that has been so poor. Absolutely. And as Boondog was saying as well, it is buy cheap, buy twice.
It's Levy signings, and anyone says that Levy has not done these signings, and he's saying to the football director, that's who I want us to buy. Go and get him. It's not the other way around. I mean,
with Hitchin, I've always thought this. It's just Hitchin just a yes man. Yeah. So provide a list of players, all the expensive ones at the top. Levy will look past. look for the bargains right near the bottom of the list and think, I can make some money out of that for not much outlay. And that appeals to him.
Do you know, how much have we heard we're signing Kessie? We've agreed to deal with Kessie. How long have we been after this Wolves player? Do you know, what's his name? The fella from...
That's a more difficult deal, though. That's 80 million quid. That's a big deal.
Do you remember last week? Or we were told at the beginning of last week, it's a big week for Spurs in the transfer market.
Yeah.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, I missed it.
We did. Yeah.
Yeah.
We missed bloody something, all right. It's ridiculous, though, isn't it? Man United have spent more.
We're supposed to be cheering that the transfer window's still open.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's it.
That's
the new angle.
Aston Villa have done more business than us. Newcastle have done more business than us.
Burnley have.
Burnley have been relegated.
I hope not.
They're heading there. They're heading there sooner or later.
Yeah,
I tell you, I would like to see Everton go down.
Yep, I'd like to see Everton go down.
Just because Everton have never been relegated before, so just to give them a taste of their own medicine.
If Everton get relegated, they go bankrupt, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't they get a parachute payment?
They've been as poor as we have, but then done it even worse, haven't they? Then, it would be funny.
Yeah. Did they get a parachute payment if they go down?
Yeah.
They might do, but there's still minus 400 million in minus whatever it is million in financial fair play, so you can't sign players to get out of the hole they're in.
Bloody hell! And we thought we were bad.
Yeah, I mean there is worse places you could be than where we are, but we're not getting anywhere. That's the trouble.
No.
Adam saying we're only getting one player this transfer window. Levy out.
Yeah,
one player. You're
not getting
optimistic. If you're a bit optimistic, I think that.
Adam, go back to the pub, man. Have another pint of Guinness.
I think we might be seeing the day after the transfer window shuts. There'll be lots of stories of we nearly got Traore, but it was complicated and COVID and financial restrictions and what else? What else? He
didn't want. Yeah, he didn't want to sign the contract. We were only offering a pack of the Maltesers and the pack of the bottoms, to play with every week, and we just couldn't get it over the line because he wouldn't accept the tic tac.
Because he wanted an unopened packet of Maltesers.
Yeah, that was it.
That's way out of the question.
I know, but anyway, Levy out. Yeah, come on, Ben. You're slipping.
Levy out.
You need a little stand for it, mate.
I do. I need a thing for it.
Philip saying Dele messing around on TikTok during the game yesterday speaks volumes. Yeah, as was just discussed. I mean, I'm at the point. I just don't care what he does. I don't consider him part of this club. It's just something should be in a box waiting by the front door, ready to be picked up. Just couldn't give a shit. Just get out.
What's he up to at the bottom there now?
We're good.
We're going places.
I've got it.
Hello. Right. Hey.
No. What are you doing? Give me a sec, lads. I'm going to fix it.
Oh, it's technology.
It was typical Levy, isn't it? It's all gone tits up.
Right, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Indeed. Perfect. Levy out.
Levy out.
Cole Stimson saying, "Morning, Philip. I'm with Cooper. I've lost all interest and more worried about the transfers than the league position at the moment."
Yep.
Yeah.
Levy out.
Yeah. Levy out. I tell you, once Mr. K started,
it's good. I'm fully for it.
We should have the.
No. It's even better when it fades out a little bit because that puts him in his darkness element. It?
We should have this up for the whole.
Mr. K. I'm a Mr. K. I'm not the Mr. K.
We should have this up for the whole transfer window. That picture on that stand.
Oh God.
Oh Lord.
Mark Woodland, good of you to join us, mate.
Yeah. Good morning, Mark Woodland. Good morning.
Morning.
New to the channel, I believe.
He is.
In the name before, but good of you to join us. Hi guys, I fear that Conte won't get backed and walks. Where do we go from there? If worst case scenario, it does happen. Great show, by the way. Subscribe. Thank you for the subscription, mate. That's the big fear, isn't it? If Conte walks, everything is backward. It doesn't matter what we do. There's no way we're going to get a manager on his caliber.
Right.
It's going to be a hunt for Nuno all over again, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Should we go for 100 days searching for a manager, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, I want to ask you this question, Kurt, and I don't know if you agree with me or not. If Conte walks, right, are we like looking at a mid-table relegation side?
Mid-table, certainly. Without Levy out.
Levy out.
Yeah, we're going to be sliding away, aren't we? I mean, surely then we're going to start seeing more activity about Kane wanting to go. I mean, Sonny, how long is Sonny going to want to put up with it when he sees like quality players just leaving and
exactly
nobody coming in? Everybody's going to be frustrated. I mean, they'll even look at the likes of Lo Celso and players like that if they're leaving, and they'll be thinking, right, all this money spent on them, they've done nothing, got a big fat payday, pissed off out the door again. What's going on with the club? Must be really frustrating being if you Hugo, Kane, Son, who else? Romero we've barely seen. Can't even count him in that sort of top quality at the moment because I mean, if he's injured all the time, what use is that? But yeah, we've got very little that's. You think that this is something to build on. The spine of the team's gone now. Dyer's doing well, but the rest can easily be replaced at the back. Skip's one for the future. He's doing well, but he's still learning. He's getting better and better. Mm-hmm. But he's not the finished product. He's not the sort of player that's going to dominate a midfield at the moment. He can do well in some games, but he needs a bit of help in others. Højbjerg got the right attitude, hasn't got the rest to go with it, unfortunately. He's well off the pace a lot of the time. He just can't keep up with play quite often. But if he can, he does a solid job for us, no doubt. Harry Kane, Sonny up front. Lucas Moura fails to... always seems to sort of fail when we think we're going to get somewhere with him, and then goes some very ordinary games. Last two games, he was nothing to write home about, was he? Who else do you look at? It's just failure. It's catastrophic failure on the recruitment front, and it's been going on for years. That's why we are where we are. So yeah, I don't know where we go. If Conte walks, it's downhill, isn't it? It's the only way.
It is. Did we miss a comment here? I think we did. We actually jumped Mr. Daigle's comment, which I didn't realise we did.
When you say we jumped it, who's in charge of the comments, Dermot?
Me. I did it accidentally.
Dermot out. Oh, wrong way. Dermot out. Okay. Brian Daigle. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all well. Levy out every single day. Levy out day. Absolutely, mate.
That's absolutely, it. Mate. Morning, Brian.
Great show last night. I think Brian will agree that Mr. K really made that one. It was just made it a little bit special. Philip Brady saying Aer Lingus planes usually land quite close to the runway.
Yeah, they do. That's why my mother still calls them air fungus.
Yeah. We've got Ryan here.
Morning, afternoon, folks. I've seen on Twitter, Conte is putting pressure on the board for 4 signings. Imagine your manager begging for signings. I think all of our managers have been begging for signings, but we get what we get, and I can't see anything in this window. I genuinely don't think we're going to get a single person. Dermot, are you all right, or are you under siege by heavy equipment?
I'm under siege by heavy equipment.
All right, we won't worry about that.
I've just had a problem that the plane landed from New York City. It's just overshot the runway, so I'm just sending the emergency services out there.
Fair enough, mate.
I'm back now. It's okay. It was false alarm. It was Levy. We're grand. It's okay. Levy landed his plane.
If you're going to drag the table around, it's probably better to just mute yourself rather than just turn the.
I did. I meant to mute myself, and I didn't press the button, so I do apologise.
No worries, mate.
They're just saying morning to everyone.
Derek saying the players we have are not good enough, so forget your Dyers, Hoibergs, Wings, etc. They are not good enough. So replace them with upgrades. Levy out. Yeah, ultimately, very few that you'd want to keep, is there? But there's some that are good enough for the moment if we can get quality to go with it. I think that's where your Dyers, Hoibergs, and Winks are. But we've got a lot we just got to get rid of because they're not even up to that standard.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
replace the worst players in the first 11 to start with.
Yeah,
it's very draining, this window, isn't it? It's like every morning you wake up, you think, right, we're going to do business, and by the end of the day, we haven't done anything.
But look, you're missing the bigger picture, Dermot. At least it's not draining on Levy's wallet, is it?
Mind you, that's true.
Yeah, and that's
Levy,
what matters.
It does matter.
We might be able to get another cinema.
Wow.
Absolutely. Well,
I will approve a cinema if it's called the Tottenham Tantrum Gold Cinema, and it only
just
shows
go
Tottenham Tantrum Gold.
Old footage. Yeah.
No, just Tottenham Tantrum Gold.
Do you know what? Honestly, going on that, I think Levy has forgotten what it is to be a Tottenham fan. He says I'm a so-called Tottenham fan. Well, if you are, you've forgotten what it's like to be a Tottenham fan, because you're not one. You never were. You never will be.
Something I was thinking about the other day. Does anybody remember seeing any big, large billboards by the ground anywhere? Good bit of advertising space. Because if there was something like that, we should just all chip in, get a GoFundMe sort of thing going, and get a big picture of Brian Daigle with Levy out, and it's like just by the ground, so you can see it every time.
Yeah.
No, you got to get a picture. You got to get a picture of Mr. K now after yesterday's performance.
Well, the two of them, yeah. Philip Reddy said,
actually, it's not a bad idea for Booth.
Yeah, it's probably just too impractical in the long run.
That's the second time I've nearly called you Phil.
Well, not nearly. You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
If you complete the name, then you've said it. Philip Brady said there were 6 contentious VAR issues in the premises this weekend. VAR got them all wrong.
VAR didn't even check our goal. It didn't check it.
Yeah.
Because the ref blew the whistle before it went in the goal, they didn't check it. And correct me if I'm wrong, if the ball goes in the back of the net, VAR checks it. Correct me if I'm wrong. So they're not even following their own rules now. They're making up the rules as they go along.
Doesn't matter. It inconveniences us. That's fine. Didn't you know, Ben? It's all against us.
Yep, siege mentality.
Absolutely.
I think Roman was giving the referee and the VAR man a few quid.
Levy out.
VAR.
Levy out.
Very quickly, Mark saying hi to Brian. Carl Simpson, unfortunately, to Tiago,
Thiago,
sorry.
used all his experience at the top to get that foul against Kane. It seems to be the way.
Yeah.
Kev Williams saying, "Hi gents, hope you're all safe and well. It's a downer after another Groundhog Day Chelsea defeat. I'm sick of losing to them. What's that about Delhi on TikTok? Oh, as discussed earlier, it was just I've missed the bit what it was about because, like I said, I just don't even care about him. I don't care what he does. No. It's just nothing to me.
He's pathetic. He's a pathetic little boy.
Yeah, not even worth talking. Brian said no to
Dermot's with the Irish coffee, says Mark.
I don't know. My young lad has made me a very nice hot chocolate. And I'll tell you one thing.
Rum in it?
No, nothing in it. Bit of whiskey, yeah. There's a bit of whiskey in it.
That's it. Cough it up, mate. Wonder what the percentage is on that.
20.
Task strength, 80%.
Oh, Lord. I am Irish, so what do you expect?
You've got a bit of a sweat on now, Dermot.
Your face is going a bit green.
Hang on. Drink! Like Jack out of Friday the Ted. Right. Yeah, he does, Philip. I agree with you. He has a very immature outlook. Mark Woodland, leaving an account.
David J. Biscoe. I don't recall seeing this name either. But
no, he's new. Good morning, sir.
He said Delhi fell out of love with football and in love with himself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
very,
for sure.
Very good comment. Yeah, seems to be that way. If anyone thinks Paratici has full control, you're deluded. We wanted Traore in the summer, yet waited until 11 days left to put in an offer, and a low one at that. Levy out. Yeah, absolutely right. Going to do the same this transfer window as well, by the looks of it. Carl Simpson said Kessié deal accepted by AC Milan yesterday, but he wants to honour his contract and go on a free as they are in a title fight, so rejected coming now.
That's the mentality to have, to be honest.
Yeah,
he'll go somewhere else.
Yeah,
because he'll want a big signing on fee that we won't pay. We'll negotiate our way out of it. I'm sure of it. David's again saying the usual. We nearly signed, but talks broke down. Yeah. That's always the way. And when are people going to wake up to this? Perhaps they are starting to wake up to it now. No, I don't think No, I'm not reading that one out. Sorry.
No, you can't ask for that.
It's a bit too
sorry.
much. I know the sentiment behind it, but I don't think it.
You can't ask for anyone to get killed. No, it's not acceptable.
I actually didn't even look at that. I'm sorry, that's my fault. I was just because we've got so many comments here. Sorry, that was my apology. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to ask for. We're not going to sort of engage in that sort of
violence is unacceptable in any corner of society.
Yeah, that actually person has now been blocked, so we've now blocked that person.
Well, you could just tell them to behave and be all right. It's a heat of the moment thing. Let's put it down to that, shall we? Stephen Cartwright, morning boys. Did anyone see that Mr. K on Tottenham tour last night? We certainly did, and we all enjoyed it. And if anybody hasn't, please go and have a look at it. Last night's show, Tottenham on tour, really, really good fun. David saying again, Mr. K was so funny. Levy out. Levy out.
Yeah.
Stephen Cartwright, seems like Dermot did. Levy out.
Levy out.
Very funny but true. Levy out.
Yeah, Levy out.
David Biscoe, Conte will be gone before the summer. We'll end up with Ryan Mates on again. Ryan Mates on. Love that. It probably will end up with another interim manager, and then how many days? We could have a game of how many days before we appoint somebody, then, can't we?
I have a bit of breaking news for you.
All
right. According to some source, not mine, but it's just what I'm seeing on Twitter. That's what it says. Dele Alli has thanked some members of the staff in an event that a transfer is arranged before he returns to the club. So Dele could be on the way out during this international break.
I hope so.
And the rumour place he's going to is Newcastle.
Hopefully he takes them down.
Just can't see why they'd want him. But good luck to them, I hope they do. Yeah.
Trippier there.
Carl saying breaking news online says Wijnaldum and Draxler are both open to be part of the deal taking Tanguy to PSG. I would be super happy with that. Definitely.
Those are two proper players.
Wijnaldum has proven that he can do it in the Premiership, and Draxler's got bags of talent. He's not quite. He's not quite reached the heights where everybody was expecting for him, but maybe it will suit him. I don't know. Definitely
would that be a straight swap, Cooper, do you think, between the two? Tanguy for them two players, or would there be a transfer fee involved on the line?
I'd be happy with a straight swap if that was the offer. I mean, anything to get Tanguy out. It would be good. Certainly would add to the squad. David Briscoe saying Mora runs around like a dog with a balloon. He does a bit at times. He can certainly add energy to the side, but you've got to hope he's on one of his days where there's really product at the end of it. He works hard as well. That always give him that, no matter what. If he could just consistently put that end product on that, he'd be one of the best players in the world without doubt.
He would be. He really would be. This one here, Ben, do you agree?
Yeah.
Looks like. Levy out. Philip Brady, bite your hand off of Wijnaldum and Draxler. Yeah, absolutely.
One day we will come onto this show in the morning with breaking news that we've actually signed somebody, and then we'll all pass out in amazement.
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen films called like 2099 or something. Every window under Levy is draining, says David Briscoe. Yeah,
it
absolutely.
It is. I mean, do you remember the good old days, Cleveland, when actually we used to buy players?
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah,
did you? Them good old days.
Real players and everything as well.
Yeah, Gaza and Lineker, and I was just thinking last night or the night before. I was looking at a documentary, and the team we nearly had Waddle, Gaza, and Lineker in the same team. I mean, that's just mouth-watering just thinking about it.
Only a couple of years earlier, would have had Hoddle as well.
There's a title-winning side already there, basically.
If it didn't win the title, I wouldn't even really mind. It would just be so entertaining. But oh well, days gone by. Even under Sugar, we made some brilliant signings, though, didn't we? The likes of Klinsmann, Popescu, and who else? Ginola. There was some great stuff we used to bring in.
Even Les Ferdinand, even though he wasn't the greatest striker in the world, according to David Harris's all-time Spurs 11.
He wanted to bring in Bergkamp as well, didn't he? But Jerry Francis didn't know what to do with him. What a manager that was!
I mean, his managers. I mean, we had Christian Gross. I mean, that was a top manager in Europe at the time, wasn't he? We got all excited over a rail card.
He did. I wonder if he knows how to say Levy out. Every window is draining. Yeah, we got this one. Adam Clark saying TTG Cinema, make it happen. Oh,
yeah, definitely.
Definitely need
headlining
on every day. Though.
Yeah, headlining tonight. Coover's top 10 transfers.
With Alex Hilton and R2D2.
Hollywood Phil presents.
Yeah, a night with Alex with R2D2 and 3PO.
Then we'll see if we can get Adele on. Adam Clark, I'm not sure Levy was a Tottenham fan in the first place.
No.
Hard to tell sometimes, isn't it? He says he was. What did he say it, or did somebody just quote him as saying it? Find it hard to believe, though, and just let it go like this.
Yeah, it is.
Ryan said to Adam, not a hope in hell. Bailey's is in hot chocolate is pretty good.
Yeah,
Bailey's in hot chocolate. Yeah, I can imagine that. See, he's having a quick swig again now. He's reminded of the Baileys. Bit of Irish cream in the bottom of that. Yes, that makes sense entirely.
Yeah.
Ian saying Levy out is a total misnomer. It is Enoch that has to go. What's the point of Lewis putting in a less effective stooge to do the same job? Probably worse than Levy does it. Can it be worse when it comes to the football side of it? It's just possible that a change of chairman might be exactly what's needed. Somebody that's not quite so hands-on with the actual transfers, and
might work.
It might work. So it's not necessarily. Well, it's one of the two, definitely, or both.
Yeah,
it has to go.
I did say that a little while ago. I think to you, Cooper, or to Phil. I think one of the two of you, that would the change of chairman actually work?
Yeah, we don't know at the end of the day, do we? But certainly Levy being there himself doesn't work. So I think most people agree on that anyway. Ian saying Delhi needs to go for his sake as much as ours. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a complete waste of time in being here.
Yeah.
Carl Simpson, Draxler is a complete flair player who can unlock defences, just not been given a real chance at PSG. Perfect for Kane. Yeah, and he fits in that front three anywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He's just a very talented player.
Oh, please make it happen. Please make it happen.
Yeah, with Wijnaldum as well. Brilliant business that would be.
I tell you, if Paratici does that, he's entitled to be called the Don.
No,
I will give him that title.
What give him the Don titles if he gets rid of Tongi and Delhi in the same window? Then he's given the...
And Lo Celso.
And if he gets rid of all the Deadwood in a season...
Yeah. Even if we don't get anybody in, I'd still be impressed.
It'd be like he's in the middle of the boardroom, he gets a little video with this mission if you choose to accept it.
And I'm saying, remember the good old days when we had several strikers? I do indeed.
Yeah. And if bad, we look back and think we were better then.
Quick succession of things, wasn't it? We always had like this of Defoe, Sheringham, Keane, Berbatov. Then in later seasons, you're mixing it up with Peter Crouch, Pavlyuchenko.
Like even Darren Bent for...
Yeah. There was always options, wasn't there?
And then Defoe came back again. He made 2 stints at club.
There is that. Yeah, there is that sort of.
There's always the inkling that Defoe's going to come back again for a 3rd stint because there's no one else.
Maybe.
And he'd probably do better.
He'd still get a hell of a reception from the fans, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah, I'd be there. I'll be there every day. I love Jermaine Defoe. What a lovely bloke.
Just imagine he comes back for a sort of cameo to the end of the season. He comes on and scores one. People are going mental.
He's always welcome at Tottenham, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Even if he's earning money just to sit on the bench, he's what a lovely bloke he is.
Comes on, scores the winner against the Scum to get us into top 4. I mean, that's just, it's written in the stars. Come on, Mr. Levy.
Jermaine Defoe. Surely cement his legendary status, wouldn't it? Look up. Mark Cousins, was it Bergkamp that was a Tottenham fan?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it would be being an Ajax fan because Tottenham and Ajax are very closely affiliated.
Yeah,
as we know.
I've got a lot of friends who are Ajax fans, and they're mad Spurs as their second club, and Ajax is kind of my second club. So we used to swap DVDs and CDs all the time, seasons highlights and stuff. Lots of memorabilia. I've got a lot of Ajax stuff around the house as well. So he definitely. He's built. David saying he's building the cinema to play the DVDs of our wins. Yeah. Well, it's more like sort of VHS and Betamax recordings at this point, isn't it?
Brian's just saying to Mark, it was because of Glenn Hodder. He was a big Hodder fan.
Carl saying it's not the one. It's both the Chuckle Brothers. I don't even think Lewis is. I don't think even Lewis isn't even that bothered about us anymore. It's more likely Levy in his ear saying keep the club.
Yeah.
I think they're just more interested in the developments off the pitch, aren't they? The club's a front for it. It's like a organic advertising suite, I'd like to call it. That's basically what the players are.
I want to ask you two a question, right? What do Levy in people see? Seriously. I mean, are they there, these Levy in fans, right? Are they there because they want... What's their point? I don't get their point.
I think their point is...
I'll start with you, Cooper, on this, and then I go to Ben. Sorry,
go on, Ben's...
No, go on, Ben. You go first. Go on, you go.
I think it's because they've seen the club almost go bankrupt, and they've saved the club. So that there's sort of they've helped save the club with Alan Sugar, and they've stabilised the club where now the club will not go bankrupt for another 200 years. It's in a perfect position to really stay there and be a stalwart part. Is the commercial deals. So I can see it from that point of view. But the point of a football club is it's a football club, and not because it has NFL and cinemas and property and dancing girls and this and that and breweries and this and that. It's a football club is meant to be a football club, and it's not a football club anymore. Once there was a football club there. It's not a football club.
Levy out.
Yeah, and you just getting some breaking news here on the Wolves player, but go on, Coop, your thoughts on it?
Well, it depends. It's like with Levy outers as well. There's varying degrees of it. I mean, some are so you've got the Brian Daigle at one end of it, who's not going to accept anything but Levy out at all costs. Nothing else matters. He'll destroy the world just to get Levy out now. So you got that end of it. You got. I think I'm more towards the middle on it because I've seen that Levy has done things to elevate our club from where we were, no doubt about it. But he's also created a plateau now for where we can't get any further with him in charge.
We've hit the ceiling. Hit the ceiling.
Absolutely, and it's his. It's the policies that elevated us to a certain position are the ones holding us back now. That's why he has to go. So I think the Levy, a lot of the Levy-inners will see financial stability. They'll remember us being lower mid-table club for a long time, then seeing us getting a top 4. Had the wool pulled over the eyes because thinking we're going to keep progressing, but we're not. We've been held.
We've got comfortable. We've taken our foot off the gas.
Absolutely. Right. And that fits in perfect with what Levy and Enoch want to do. Just milk the cow that's in position there.
I think for 21 years we've been mugged off, to be fair. We haven't had any sort of financial rebuilding of any team. And the way we're heading now, we're heading back to where we were in Sugar, a mid-table team. Anyone thinks we're a top 4 side, they're deluded. We're a top 7 side or a top 8 side. We'd be lucky if we qualified for the Conference League. I mean, everyone thinks that we're going to qualify for the Europa League or the Champions League. Yeah, we're 2 points up. To be fair, you're deluded. Because we haven't got the squad to get us into a top 4. We were lucky with COVID because of the games in hand. You know, Conte's going to walk in the summer. Where does that leave us? Back to square route 1 again. Nowhere. And I'm just peed off with it. I'm really am. It's just getting depressing. And, you know, if any of these Levy fans thinks Levy is good for our club, please take a good hard look at what we've won in 21 years and tell me, are you happy with that? 1 trophy in 21 years. And if you're happy with that, then fair enough, fair play to you, I respect your opinion. If you're not, then please get on the Levy out bandwagon. Because enough is enough. We're Tottenham Hotspur. We're not Mickey Mouse Club. We're not a Burnley. We're not a Wigan. We're not that. We're Tottenham Hotspur. We're supposed to be to dare is to do. At the moment, to dare is to do nothing. That's our motto.
I quite like despair is to do.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I mean, yeah, it's get to a point now. I'm going to eat off. I mean, if we don't sign anyone on the 13th, oh mate, I would quite gladly stand up, Ben, and I'm sitting next to you. But I would quite happily stand up and shout Levy out if we have to.
I wouldn't stand up though because you're in the front row. You're blocking everyone.
Oh, okay. I'll sit down and shout Levy out then.
You can because you're on the front row. You got perfect position, mate.
Yeah. Are we in the East Stand?
East Stand, halfway line, front row.
I've always sat in the East Stand. I've never sat anywhere else at Tottenham. I've always sat in the East Stand. That was my stand, the East Stand.
You've got to practice walking upstairs. There's 5 flights of stairs to walk up.
Yeah, I might be dead by then, but...
You might be able to use the lift if you've got a card. You might be able to use the lift.
Oh, Lord. Oh, God. I'll be puffing and puffing by the time we get there.
It's how they get you.
Yeah. Right. Very quickly, Carl Simpson, Defoe's 39 years old, still had 7 English clubs after him, says it all. Yep, it really does. David says, trouble is Defoe. He's talking about Defoe. Carl Simpson.
Even on the bench, he would be.
I don't kind the dancing girls, to be fair. Yeah, that's fair enough. We've got, I'll just bring these up quickly. We've got Brian again about the NFL.
One of the directors came out and said we have the home of the NFL in Britain, and Spurs are custodians. Look at the Google view. It's the NFL pitch, not the football pitch. Levy out. Yeah, couldn't agree more, mate. Can see where the priorities are nowadays.
Yeah.
It's not the football side.
No.
Boondog. Why did we all get roped in, me included, when Conte signed like that? He was going to get top players and was going to get 150 million war chest of January. Transfers back to reality. Yeah, we didn't all get roped in, unfortunately, mate. I think few of us can't let go of what we've seen over the 20 years, and you leopard doesn't change its spots.
It really doesn't.
But yeah, I can understand it, because that's one good thing that Enoch has been doing over the years, and that is the spin, putting on those little bits of dragging those bits of wool over people's eyes constantly, deflecting from what's going on, bigging up the things that aren't worth cheering about, and then push under the carpet the fact that we're not winning any trophies. Seems to be secondary. It's all about top four now and money. Yeah, I was going to say I don't get angry anymore, but if I stop and think about it for a little while, I do start getting angry, I must admit.
We're not the club we used to be, are we, Kev?
No. Corporate entity at the moment. There's not a football team at all.
No. Yeah.
And you wonder why I turned to drink.
So it is drink, then. Knew it. Right. Levy out. Mark Cousins, the point of a football club is to win stuff. One trophy in 20 odd years isn't Tottenham. Exactly.
No, it's not.
The thing is with, I've got to say as well, the thing is with Enoch that drives me mad when people are sticking up for him. Why are you sticking up for a business? Do you go to Tesco's and cheer the cashier girls for like taking in some money? No. Why did they come to this club if they're only a business? Why don't they piss off and do something else away from football? We need to be run by people that care about football. This is a club. It's a club of a community. It's based around the game, the beautiful game, our bloody game. You get these corporate maggots coming in, skimming all the money out of it, taking a big chunk of what should be going into our club. It doesn't matter what they've done in the background. It doesn't matter about this huge, secure infrastructure that we've got. So what? Without trophies, it doesn't mean anything, does it? Well, all this brilliant building that Enoch's done over the 20 years there, it's so glorious. Why are we on this channel looking back past those 20 years? It's because currently it doesn't mean anything. That our great history is back when we're lifting trophies. It's Steve Perryman lifting trophies, Gary Mabbott lifting a trophy, Ledley King. You just keep going. The further you go back, the better the club was. It's been left to go absolute ruin. And it doesn't matter how tall you build your bloody castles. They're built on shit at the moment. That's all there is to this club.
It's all about trophies, isn't it?
And did I mention Nick
always will be. Yeah. It's always been about trophies. Always has been, always will be. It's about what
the
you won.
The game is about glory.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment,
about quickly turning your club from a football club into an NFL club at the press of a button, and all the things swing around like cartoon style and Batman style. Yeah,
we've done that quite successfully, actually.
Yeah, multi-purpose entertainment suite. Football doesn't matter; it's just a minor percentage of it.
Yeah. It's an inconvenience, and that's what it seems like. Ian says Spurs Express tweeting that Man U are linked with Lamptey, but saying Spurs interest more concrete. How does that square with getting Traore?
I've got concrete interest in Mila Kunis, so it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm still hankering for Liz Hurley hanging out as well, but 21 years, 21 years for me waiting, but it's better than waiting for Spurs to do anything.
That's for very much sure anyway. Shaggy, we've got Andrew Bailey. Good morning, Andrew. Hope you're all right, mate.
Hope you're doing well. Morning, lads. I'm watching for hospitals, still in isolation, so can't leave my room. Driving me crazy. So glad to see you. You've got this. Yeah, well done, mate. I'm glad you're getting some help, mate. And pity the football couldn't be a bit better for you. That'll make things a lot easier, I know. But maybe are we going to get a transfer to cheer you up as well? Probably not. Hang in there, though, mate.
Yeah, hang in there, and we'll keep watching us. We'll bring you back some classic games, and we'll cheer you up, and we'll get you through this. You did
actually have a game for this morning, but it seems lots of people have got things to say. So we're just going through the comments seems to work well.
An hour and 20 minutes, we're still doing comments. It's quite amazing.
Everybody's got grievances at the moment. Yeah.
But Andrew, you saying we've got this, you've got this. You've done the first step, so keep going, my man. We're all very proud of you. Well done.
Cole Simpson, if we get Lamptey, then Traore would be in more a position. I still think we could see Stevie B leave. I don't see Lamptey or Traore joining. No. Traore's sort of a slim possibility, I suppose, but I think we'll just haggle until the transfer window's over. Levy will push Wolves too far, and they'll just say, bollocks, Dewey, stay in there.
Yeah.
I would love Lampy to come to our club. I've always rated him. I think I was a great little wing back.
Can't see us buying them, though. If we're haggling over Traore at such a lower value, Lamptey's got to be worth at least.
He is too short, though. He's too short to play.
Levy, if you're watching, this is what you do, right? You leave the transfers to Paratici. You just concentrate and give him the checkbook as well. Hide yourself in the cupboard for 30 days. We'll lock you in there. Then we'll let you out when the transfer window finishes.
Doesn't matter, Dermot, does it? We've been saying it for 20 years. He's always going to do it. Doesn't matter what people say. He will always be interfering with it.
Yeah,
he's addicted to it.
I'm going to ask you a question, because I'm sorry, Ben, this is a bit before your time, right? Out of the Whale and Richardson family, Scholar and Sugar, forget Levy because he's a waste of space. Who is the better ownership and chairman of our club?
Well, like I said a minute earlier, the further you go back in history for our club, the better. So you get back to like, early 70s and then back into the 60s, Super Spurs, and the 50s with the push and run side. Those earlier days, 80s was good because we had the legacy coming on from the Keith Birkinshaw, who was bringing it on from Bill Nick. It was all sort of linked. There was a connection right the way through the club, and then it just cut off, and it just suddenly went. It's all about the shareholders and public limited company and shareholders dividends, people making money off it. Little businesses squirming their way into there, getting a chunk out of it because they saw a big pie on the horizon, and that's all it's been since. So. Yeah, go back to those days where it was a proper ownership and owned by families. There were generations of Spurs fans.
I mean, the Richardson and Whale family, every father and son were chairman. It was passed down to father and son.
Yeah,
all the way back from the 1930s up to when Scholar and his numpty mate took over. I mean, they really apparently they went to widows the day after people's funerals to buy their shares off them. I mean, and they only spent in total, I think, was £500,000 to buy all the shares off the Tottenham from all them people. And then for them, they knew that the Richardson and the Well family were fighting because of the West Stand. Both of them went to, well, I can do a better job. Put them against each other. The day Scholar took over that club was the start of our demise.
Yeah.
You can say it's Scholar, then Sugar, then Liver. It was when the corporate started to come in. You said it yourself as well, Cooper, standing on the shelf. You could see it very clearly in the early 80s what was happening. It was all Maggie Thatcher and Braces and Wall Street and all that, the big film out there. And it was all, what's his name? Record Braces and it was all. We went on the stock exchange in 1983, and that's the death of our club.
It was the whole. Like you said, you're right bringing up Thatcher. I mean, it was not going too political again, but it was the boom and bust sort of attitude. It was like if you're making money, everything's fine. Don't worry about anything else. Just make as much as you can. So we risked everything, and it just came short. As soon as there was a slump, our club suddenly non-viable. So we nearly went under, but never mind. Can't do anything about that now.
No, it isn't.
I mean, at least that's the only thing I'll say about Levy and Enoch is we are actually secure. We're not going to go bankrupt.
No. I mean, it's just like secure is good. So it's just like on this channel, we do give Levy props where he deserves props. We are like that in this community. Give people credit where they deserve credit. He has secured the future of the football club. But now he's got to do what is best for the football club is use what he's done financially to back the football club. The football club is not the centrepiece of a property army. The football club, everything else is to elevate the football club, and it's not elevating the football club. It's using the football club as a pawn to make money off of other things, and that's not good enough.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, very well said, Ben. John
Fitzpatrick.
I mean, It's because we do actually need to apologise. A comment was made in our chat saying to commit violence on someone. We at Tottenham Tantrum Gold do not accept violence in any shape or form. So
No,
if we cause any offence towards anyone in terms of we apologise. We do not believe in violence on this channel. We are completely anti-violence in any shape or form. And
well, with exception on the pitch against Chelsea, it's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
But committing violence is not the focus on this channel. And if anyone is offended by something that was said in the chat, we deeply apologise. The views of the chat are not the views of ourselves. And
no.
So
and I didn't see that it was my own fault. I took my eye off the ball. I was looking at all the other comments. I didn't see that one coming up, so I will take full responsibility for that. And I will.
We do not believe in violence on this channel. So if we've offended anyone at the club, we apologise.
Yeah,
everything's fun and games here, but that's not fun and games. That is
no. I will have a.
I think let's be fair. I think let's chalk that one down to somebody getting a little bit carried away.
Yeah.
Because we're emotional about what happens in the club, and sometimes that does get translated into things that are perhaps regrettable when they think about it.
Yeah,
I will have a stern talking to myself after the show. I will give myself a good slapping, and then I'll be properly back to normal by the 5-day show.
You do that before the show as well.
It's bad because we don't
give myself a good slapping.
Dermot's always giving himself a good slapping.
Yeah,
alcohol fueled and everything. John Fitzpatrick saying, big up everyone. Bad result last night, but was expected unless Levy back in. Conte may as well be pissing against the wind. Yeah.
That's my thoughts, John. Big up my Irish brother. That's my thoughts exactly. I mean, get an Irishman in there. He will run the club properly. He was paying money.
Yeah, David Briscoe. There's another one as well. Briscoe. To dare is too dare. Yeah, it's another one of the well-used changes to the slogan. Can't agree more.
Philip Brady, big up Philip. Rare to
make a stellar signing in January. It's always about the summer. It is, but when you desperately need somebody to freshen up the squad in January, you should be able to do it. Other clubs manage to do it. We don't seem to be able to. There's something wrong with that.
Then Philip and John Fitzpatrick are talking to themselves. Then we've got Moondog.
I'll do laser engraving, and if I will be doing some Levy out tea coasters. Nice.
Yes. I can't believe how many we've got this morning. Comments this morning. It's been quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, we've been off air for a couple of days, haven't we? Because everybody's just on a big downer.
It is.
Yeah.
I think this is our comment of the morning. I think this is brilliant. It really is for me.
We have a Rolls-Royce Stadium powered by the engine of a clapped-out Ford Escort.
The problem is a Ford Escort is a brilliant motor vehicle, so it's not even a bloody Ford Escort. It's more of a Lada
I had a 1991 Ford Escort.
It was a brilliant car.
Last year, I finally got rid of it. It was still on the original battery.
Solid vehicles.
Unreal. Never known anything like it. I had to call out breakdown. I had to call out the AA one time.
Solid
and that was
vehicle.
my own fault because I left the lights on by mistake, and it was just a case of that's when I finally finally got the AA for that. But bloody brilliant, so reliable. Love the car.
It's the engine of a Reliant Superbat van.
Yeah.
I had a Ford Escort, a 1.6 blackhead, little spoiler at the back. That's what passed my driving testing. Absolutely loved that car. Absolutely loved it.
Ford changed the world with automobiles.
Yeah.
So
certainly did.
Big up to Ford. I love Ford.
Yeah.
So on that note, guys, I do actually have to head off and prepare for the afternoon stream. It's been a while.
It's
thank you so much for calling in everyone in the chat, and thank you to the guys up top.
Ben, do you want to give your channel a little shout out, mate?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I have got it here. Hang on, where is it?
Oh, he's got it.
Hang on, here we go. There's Ben's channel there.
We will be alive at 2 o'clock for the coffee afternoon. We've got some really exciting things today. I finally get to debut something I was doing yesterday, the two types of the Valentine's Day blend. So you will see that in this afternoon stream. We'll also be doing some Turkish coffee, and as usual, we'll be doing some relaxation and contemplating our lives after yesterday's horrible performance.
And looking forward to the biscuit du jour.
Oh, I need to find a biscuit today.
Doing.
And can I also say that is the link for Ben's new channel. That's the link there for Ben's channel there. We've got that in the chat. So please, everyone, like and subscribe to this man. He's an absolute diamond. He really is. He's the man of our morning show. He makes our morning show. And
think of it. If Bob Ross did coffees, that's Ben's sort of vibe for the morning for his show in the afternoon. So chilled, so relaxed. Yeah. And unfortunately, I'll keep falling asleep while I'm watching. That's how chilled and relaxed it is. Just good fun. Just good fun. Just take the edge off the day.
Yeah, that's what we try and do here. So thank you everyone for watching the stream, and I will see the rest of you later. Cheers to the boys above me as always, and I will catch you later.
Cheers, Ben.
Yeah, catch you later, Ben.
And as always,
care,
leave me out.
Leave me out.
Right.
Just us two.
Yeah. Well, let's get through
these comments, and I think we'll
we
the show with it. Yeah, if we can.
If we can, yeah. Ryan McFarlane, all right, mate. Enoch out. The day they leave will be a great day for our club. Yes, and no. It depends who comes in afterwards, doesn't it? Because as much as we don't want them in, sometimes you have to think better the devil you know. Yeah. Depends who comes in. But at the moment, in principle, I agree. Carl Simpson, the only worry I have about Lamptey is he's too lightweight. We used to be a team that was made of units. I don't mind if when they're on the wing like that, you can be an absolute speedster, little player. If you're causing the opposition untold amount of problems, then you're worth your place. We've had this with other players before, like some Modric, haven't we, and Eriksen, too lightweight. But look how they affect games.
That Lampy, do you think he'd be a good left winger? Do you think Conte would make him into like a good little nippy left winger?
No, he's on the right, isn't he?
Is he? A right winger then, sorry.
If I remember, no, he's on the right. I'm sure he is. Basically the wing back roles. It's better to look at them as being wingers that do a bit of defending rather than the other way around, because it is the outlet for us on the width. That's the natural width in the team. So as far as I'm concerned, they've got to have pace and they've got to be able to cross a ball. That's the two absolute must-haves, and Emerson can't do that crossing ball.
No.
Doherty doesn't have pace. Neither of them fit.
No. Doherty's a waste of space at the moment. I'm sorry. I mean, I tried to support the man, but I can't any longer. I mean,
he played quite well against Leicester, though.
He did. Laid on one of the goals flukily, but he did lay on one of the goals. But yeah. John Fitzpatrick, Sugar was crap. Let's not pretend otherwise.
Yeah, good and bad with him, but at the end of the day, it left a bad taste, didn't it? It wasn't good towards the end.
No.
I loved some of the players he brought in, though. Some of the stuff he tried was great. He didn't understand football well enough, did he?
He didn't have a good football man to help him, and also pick a better manager, because some of the managers were quite head scratching. Jerry Francis But, I mean, back then, there was no great managers back then, was there? Can you imagine a Kenny Dalglish at our club? If he didn't go to Blackburn and come to us instead of going to Newcastle.
Yeah, I think the question marks on Kenny Dalglish as a manager, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's player manager at Liverpool, a great side already, so didn't have to do a lot. And then at Blackburn, bought his way there. So, did it make him a great manager? I don't think so, personally. But no, there was plenty of good managers around. We just didn't want the risk for going for him for some reason. Jerry Francis was all about safety first, play for getting a point against QPR and things. It was ridiculous. Never mind.
I mean, the only reckless decision he made was hiring George Graham.
Well, that was a success.
Yes.
That's the weird bit.
Yeah,
not popular with the fans, but we turned back into a cup side and we won a cup. Would have been, if anything, you could argue probably should have kept him on longer. I mean, the fans would have would have been okay with him staying longer if we kept winning trophies. You can win over people quite easily if you do that.
Yeah.
Philip Brady said back in the 60s and 70s it was different ownership, but every pound was a prisoner. Every pound was a prisoner then, as well as at Spurs.
Yeah. Bill Nick did spend the money like it was his own at Tottenham, I have to say. You hear the stories behind doing contract.
Oh yeah, very tight with the money.
Yeah, very tight with the money. So big up Philip Brady, big up Philip.
He never took a pay rise, did he, Bill Nick?
No, never had a contract either. The day he took over, he got called in to go to the chairman's office. Read somewhere. And the chairman said to him, right, Bill, I want you to take over as manager because the other manager is retiring due to ill health. Bill went, okay, and walked straight out the office again. He says, I didn't know if I was going to be a success or a failure. But said there was no contract. I didn't get a pay rise. I was on the same money. And, to me.
It's very rare, but there have been occasions when clubs have been like that. The chairman and the manager just get on so well, there's no need to have it in writing.
No.
Makes a strange one, that. Strange one.
Yeah. I mean, you look at Ferguson at United, you wonder if he had a contract in the end, him and Edwards, when the Edwards family was there. Do you know what I mean? There's one club keeping faith with your manager when things are going tits up all around you.
John here, I think, is talking about Lamptey, saying to Carl, outside Trent and Reece James, he's the next best in the EPL.
He is, yeah.
Right up there. Right, Hart Lane saying, missed you guys. Oh, good of you to join us again.
Yeah, good of you to join us. Yeah, we decided to take the weekend off. Kuvan needed a break. He needed the whole weekend just to recharge his batteries, and I think we all did. And I think we sort of, it feels like back at school. It feels like first day back at school this morning. A little bit. It does a bit. So we'll get back into the swing of things again, though. And Hollywood Film will be with us tonight. And so will I. What I was going to do, I'm not going to do now. So it's been postponed. So I'm free now. So.
Fair enough. Ryan McFarland, you don't need to apologise for some numpties comment. No.
We do.
Well, I think it's easier to just put it aside. It was dealt with.
Yeah, and again, I apologise for bringing it up. I did not look at it. I do apologise. I'm sorry. I feel bad now for bringing it up.
Dealt with, mate. Dealt with. It's dealt with. Yeah. Move on, mate. Yeah. Move on. It's fine. Right, Hart Lane. Kind of nervous for starting my new job tomorrow, but excited.
What are you doing?
Nice. What are you doing? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah.
John Fitzpatrick, Right Hart Lane. Best of luck to you, to your brother. Absolutely, same from us. And Ian saying, latest from Spurs Express, other than Traore, any incomings dependent on Lo Celso, Dele, and then Ndombele leaving. Levy really doesn't help himself if this proves to be the case. I tried to defend him, but that's it. We don't do business the way other clubs do. That's why they get things done and we don't.
A lot of people are wishing White Hart Lane good luck tomorrow. We've got this.
David Bisco, top teams shop in Harrods, we shop at Aldi.
Yeah, that's the second Spurs comment. That's the naked star comment of the show. Really is. Okay. Is he telling this? Thank you, Carl. All right, he's just thanking Carl.
Apologies to Ford Escort owners everywhere. I had a Ford Escort myself, mate. I know exactly what you mean.
And all right, here we go. This is a good one. What do you think of Christian Eriksen going to Brentford, Keith?
Ian, I think it's a really good move for Brentford, and Eriksen would just love to be playing football again at the end of the day, won't he? I didn't want to see him back at the club because I think it's better to leave those days where they were. We had some fantastic years with Ericsson, but I can't see it working out again the second time, especially after where he left. He'd gone stale with us. He needed a change. We needed to change him as well. It was best to say best of luck to him. And I hope he does well at Brentford. I really do.
Yeah. He's only signed a 6-month contract, so that's all he's signed to the end of the season. So now, big up Christian Eriksen. Hope it works for him.
Absolutely.
And this is the last comment. We've reached the end. An hour and 40 minutes and 23 seconds in.
John Fitzpatrick, Christian Gross. What a joker he was. Absolutely, he was. Couldn't agree more.
Wow. That's all we're going to say. Is wow. That was a lot. That was
People had a lot to say. It was good. It was good.
It was good. Right, what are we going to do?
I'm going to go and have some breakfast because I haven't had time yet.
So we're going to end it there, I think. Thank you everyone who's joined us this morning. We will be back. I think we're back later. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, we're doing a 5:30 show, aren't we?
Yeah. We'll pick something. Yeah.
We could watch the match. I was going to show this morning, but we didn't get round to. There was
too much that's good. That's good plan. What's the match? Was that then, or was we leaving that as a surprise?
Well, the match I was going to show this morning, it was basically just Spurs Southampton from 89-90. It was the last game of the season, and it was at the end of Paul Gascoigne's build-up to the Italian 90 World Cup.
Full match or highlights?
It's full match, and Gascoigne had been banging in 6 or 7 games in a row where he was playing absolute world-class football. He was at his absolute peak coming into this. And anybody that remembers the 1990 World Cup will know just how big Gazza was for that then. Absolute mega star. Literally the only time I've known fan mania hitting on football in this country in my lifetime anyway.
Just very quick on a few bit of Spurs news. We've got one here from let me go quickly. It's from Conte. This is a Conte quote. We have to think of ways that we can improve. We have to work in these 4 months to give our best, to give the best possible results. And that's from Conte. So that was Conte.
Kind of sounds to me like he's having to make do with what we've got.
Yeah.
Doesn't it sound that way to you?
It does. And it sounds like he's saying give our best for 4 months and then he'll be saying
doesn't seem to ring of we're expecting new bodies in January, does it?
Ryan, and I hope how is it in Derry? I always ask Ryan, I forgot to ask that this morning. How is it in Derry this morning? Are you sunny or raining? Or I tell you, Derry is a lovely place to go in the north. It really is a lovely place to go. And Belfast, and that's a please. If you're going on holiday, come down to the south, but definitely go to the north because there's some beautiful places up there. The Titanic Museum in Belfast is a great place to go to as well. And Game of Thrones got a museum up there as well. So definitely get up there and go to the north and give them a little bit of travel money up there and then come down to the south and help us here because we're a beautiful country over here. And you know what I mean. We'd love to see you.
Ryan said, "Quick, more comments."
Yeah,
we're coming up to the hour and 3/4.
He's doing roof structure manufacture. Wow!
Best of luck, mate. Best of luck.
Best of luck.
Great show. Great shows. And overcast today. Dermot says Ryan.
All right. Same here in sunny
Mark Cousins. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the old mend and make do, end of war spirit sort of phrase. Yeah. Well done, boys, me and will you do a transfer show on next Monday? Yeah, we definitely will. We'll do something.
We're going to sort of split it during the day, aren't we? We're sort of going to do a couple of hours here and a couple of hours there. We're sort of not going to do.
I thought we'd just put the whole day, just have a picture of Levy and Levy out at the bottom of the screen. Then we'll just go AFK.
Yeah.
Just let people do whatever they want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Needed sort of virtual tomatoes so you can like throw it at Levy on the screen.
And white like the wooden structure beams.
Gotcha. Right. Okay.
Gotcha. Good man. Best of luck.
And that's it for one. That's it for the day.
Yeah. It is.
Well, for this morning anyway. Thank you for everybody joining us. Great to be over 300 subscriptions now. I'm really, really grateful to everybody that has been joining us lately.
Yeah.
If you like the show, please remember to like and subscribe and share as well. The more we can get out there to other people, the more sort of traction we'll build to getting some more star guests on again, like the great Steve Perryman that we had a few weeks back. That was fantastic. I'd love to get some more ex-players of that sort of caliber.
Yeah,
if there's any with that caliber, it's difficult. We'll keep doing what we're doing. It's getting very difficult to find new content for the show because everybody slaps copyrights on everything. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a minefield doing what we do. But we'll do what we can.
We are looking at new ventures, aren't we? We are looking at new shows and sort of in the background trying to put together new stuff and what we're going to do, some pre-recorded stuff and stuff like that. So, yeah, we are doing it. We've got a couple of comments there before we go. We've got White Hat Lane, my favourite show. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. And check your subscriptions, chat. As far as some reason mine has come off on its own.
Interesting.
Right.
I'll have a look at mine in a minute.
Yeah, same here too. We will look at that, Carl, but thank you for letting us know. Shall I do the short intro or the long intro out?
Well, just the short one on the way out, I think.
But listen, thank you very much all for watching. We'll be back again at 5:30, I think, with Hollywood Phil. And as ever, go on, take us out, please.
Levy out. You never beat the English.
Irish.